I've all the cabinets in now, except the sink. The hob also has to go in, but I've all the cabinets in. I'm really impressed with the hinges. The hinges are unbelievable. You can hire them up and down, in and out, and back and forward. Never had hinges like them. The ordinary standard wee hinges, the wee basic ones, they still go up and down. See the wee adjustable screw here? So they can still go up and down and out. You can, oh, it looked normal, and that's your wee bit there, soft release or whatever it is, soft close. The big hinges didn't have the soft close built into them, even though they're more expensive. And we got these wee grey things here, but they still work alright. It's just extra you have to put on. But the precision of it all, you can get the doors exactly like. See how accurate they are. All the doors, dead accurate, like spacing. I've never had the precision like it. The only problem I have here now is the larder. Because I made the larder myself, there's a larder you buy. It has a fixed shelf to stop the sides blowing out. And I'm adjusting these ones. You still get them adjusted like, but I noticed the side is tending to blow out. So I would need to, before I get them finally fixed, you see how bad the bottom ones are? But I had to get the box freezer out to get them adjusted. But I need to get a shelf fixed in here and screwed in place before I do the final adjustments. But even them big doors here, look. You know, like, that one is just a tiniest wee bit louder there. So, but I try putting on a second one, so unless there's no wee adjustments needed or something. The only thing I didn't like about the doors is added extra, because these doors can be the top doors and bottom doors are the same. They just turn upside down. You get extra holes drilled. It cost me £20 to get the wee blanks for them, but they didn't put them on. If they put them on the original purchase, I would have had 20% off them. Instead of that, I've lost out £4 now because they didn't put them on. I don't know if I've got them all fitted or not. I had a couple of there to go on. This one here is impressive too. Look at that there, look. Look at that there for wee shocks and all there, boys. 3 hinges. Oh, we don't always 3 hinges. It costs a fortune for these hinges. Look at that there, look. Soft close as well. The precision of them doors. You can keep adjusting them away forever, like. But I'm well pleased with them. Get the cooker hood in now. I had to buy one. But you're able to get everything all lined up. See, like, you can get the lines dead on. I haven't adjusted the drawers, so I haven't. They work different. But if I look at the drawer there now, that's a millimetre too high. What is it? Oh, it's a wee millimetre, but you see when them hinges there? You could drop that down, that millimetre, so you could. But these are just from the side. I haven't tackled them yet. There's wee adjustments and all there and all, like. Drawers are very well made. I've never had drawers as well made as them. They come out the full way. That's 18mm chipboard. Metal sides. Goes together very easy. And there's metal brackets on these wooden things. You can't put them on wrong, and they click into place. Everything clicks into place. So the drawers are very well. The only bad thing about the drawers, I made the cabinet upside down, and then I had to take it back out and flick it round. So unlike all the rest of the cabinets, it doesn't matter if you're upside down or not. The upside down, I also got the plastic in these, although they look a wee bit dirty. So whenever the plastic comes off, it'll be even shinier. But if you look at the top of that cabinet, you've got 3 holes. Look at the bottom, you've got 6 holes. If you're doing a drawer unit, you want your 6 holes up to the top, and then all the other holes line up with the drawers. I went to put the drawers in, they weren't lining up. It wasn't lining up, Lena. It wasn't lining up. I want a deep sink. There's me plumbing there. Well, please be plumbing too, boys. Look at that there, look. Look at that plumbing. You know, that was tight going there, like. Trying to get the pipes in from the bathroom, behind the bath. The original idea was to take the bath out and put a new bath in. The bath's about 250, 300 £300, like. And I wouldn't mind putting in a new bath. But I don't want to break my tiles, so I want to smash the bath out, but I was told you will not be able to smash it. So there's me plumbing in there now, so washing machine will plug in there. No thumbling behind the washing machine, like. I'll leave a gap so you can get it easily at it there. And the same with the dishwasher. We bring the dishwasher hose over to here, over to the cold, instead of so to keep the machines in as tight as possible. I've got the grey pipe and all to go on that. I've got the wee elbows. So I just have to wait to see what sink I'm going on before I make the last wee connections. And I'm going to do foaming on and keep the wee mice out. I'm going to get this floor cemented tonight. How do you cement it? Once this floor cemented, I'm bringing the washing machine down here. There's my wee outdoor tap and all there now, look. So, nice wee plate. That came with a copper pipe, goes right through the wall. Oh, good pressure there, boy. Good pressure. That wee thing didn't come wet. That was a roll. But there's the foam there now. Actually, no damn getting into the house. Well, we tidy up now, Luna. Tidy up. Luna wants to get it back out again. Tidy up this DIY you're doing. Luna's doing pretty well. When I'm working in here, Luna's set up camp here in the backyard. That's how we bed there. You see, that's how we camping cushion there. So she's lying in that quite happy. So I need to get rid of this cardboard and all right. Start sorting stuff out. There wasn't much. Your mum wanted me to get an extra lamp for that. You know I want to make the profits. I didn't get it. I took a lamp off, and that's what I've left over there. The only thing I'll say they could have done to make it easier. That's the way they had that built in the shop. It's a bit tricky. The top's not perfect. There's no way of doing that because they don't have that like that in the shop actually. And in the shop they brought the panels up higher, but the panels don't come that size. You have to cut them. Every single one of them panels I had to cut. Well, if they have it displayed in the shop, why not make the panels that size? It would have took a lot of work off if the panels were that size, plus save money. Each one of them panels is £50. Couldn't believe it, like. £50 each one of them panels, and you have to cut every one. You have to cut every one, you have to scrape every one. See maybe with a pen. Look at the precision. I am well impressed. I have cut all them out with a saw, like. This one was difficult because they're putting on these side panels and you have to cut them. You have to put on your corners first. But I couldn't put on the corners to the top because I didn't have all three. But the corners has to go on first to get that in the right place. So it's quite difficult doing them three cabinets together. Bottom cabinets are dead handy to do together, no problem with them. I say they could come pre-cut 100mm. If they came pre-cut 100mm to match the cupboard and they matched, save a lot of work. And he originally told me I have to cut the angle on the top. I took my panel on up. Why would you want to cut an angle on the top? You don't want to keep it the same. So say the cooker hood comes now. Have to get one. I'm waiting for a sale. Still got the light switch to put on. Still got the lighting to do up here. I'm waiting for more tabletop to come. So I was going to use a bit of tabletop to put on for the kicker board. I don't have no chipboard touching the floor. The whole way. Normally they would take these down to the floor. I don't no chipboard on the floor. And before I box all that in now with the kicker board, I've got extra feet out in the shed. So I'm going to put extra feet underneath the both base units. And all them base units, they don't have to be screwed on. They just add a bit of support. Once you put the tension on, that'll hold it. So I'll put a few extra feet underneath all these down bits. Take a bit of weight if it needs to be. So the end panels, what I had to do over here, because I made this unit myself, it's impossible to get level. The floor was all crooked. So you see the floor there is pretty low and it's higher there. So I drilled holes going into here, put in threaded rods, and by turning the screw then, that adjusted it. So when I put on these end panels on here, I'm going to use this kitchen wood. This solid wood. So whenever I get the solid wood, the end panels here are going to be the solid wood and go right across. And I'll raise them just off the floor, no more. The same as there with the bolts. It won't be as high as that, but it'll be just slightly off the floor. So if the washing machine leaks, it's not getting near the wood. So I bring the wood straight up, across and down. Although it's different from that side, I don't think it matters. Lots of kitchens have different coloured cupboards. Because the end panels that came here were gloss on one side, gloss in the front, they were square. They weren't gloss on the other side. So you see here I've got gloss round it, and there's gloss in there. It was matte. Didn't want matte boards there and there and all. So I'm going to use this wood instead. I think it'll look better. And then to change it to the gloss ones, £50 a piece. It means piecing it, it would have been £100 a side. And it's the end of the day, it's chipboard. It's not meant to be structural to hold up the worktop. So the worktop's £120 plus postage, £132. So I get 2 uprights out of that, plus a bit left over. So I might be able to make some kind of wee table, pop-up table. We'll see what happens. But I'm on the lookout now for a deep sink. I'm no rush to finish this now, like we'll get tidied up, we'll get all that cemented tonight, and get her for a wee walk. Now shortly it gets to 100 and get a wee bit of insulation on the end of that. I'm tempted to put push fit connectors on them out heating pipes. I bought 2, but I don't fancy drain the whole system. But a push fit connector will never leak once it's on. Them ring connectors could start leaking in 10 years, you would never know. The thing, if the floor got damp, I'd really dig that bit up again. But I don't fancy draining the whole system from 2 connectors, and I thought, well, what if it was to just cut the pipes and let the water flow out? How much water would get out by the time I get the connectors on? Wet and dry vacuum. Because it's not really under pressure, it's central heating. Yeah, stuff don't go wrong. House will flood. I just got my house insurance last month, and they ask you doing any renovations, and this is why, because things like this can go wrong. So that's as far as I've got. I'm going to red up now. There's a lot of tools now we don't need. Get them out of the way. That's the wee fluorescent lights I'm going to use. They're very, very small. Going to be a strip of them. I bought 4 to go right down the ceiling. There's only room for 3. So there's going to be a wee line of lights. There'll be no gap between them. But then again, I want to use a bit of this wood, and I want to make a light fitting for it. So what I'll do, when I get the big tabletop, there'll be probably that much taken off, and that's going to go along the back of the wall. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I'll just tie the whole thing. I'm sort of out yet what I'm doing with that. But if I want to cut a bit off, I could cut a bit off. The kicker board will be sliced off. There's still stuff left over. I bought a tabletop just for that purpose. It's a separate tabletop I'm going to get for the sides. So there'll be enough left over here then. Maybe about that much there. And if I had the wood going the whole length of that ceiling, make a light fitting and build the LEDs, get the router and route out a channel so the LEDs fit tight into it. And then you won't see no wires or nothing, and put a fancy routing aids on it. But that'll be something I'll have to make myself. So until I open one of them lights and see what the one links to the other, like. So when they link to the other, I'll keep the flex in behind so it won't show. That's the idea. They were £13, £14 each. It was pretty good value. There's feed this. I think I took her out for a walk first. And then I guess 100. I'll take her out for a walk. Get the chips on. When the chips is on, I'll tidy up here.